Okay, welcome back to Grow New Plants. So I just did a video of the Vitex trees that I propagated back almost 10 months ago. And now I've come in and pruned those plants off. They've gotten up to about 2 feet tall. And I'll have a link right up here in the corner for that video if you want to watch it too. So now I'm going to take the cuttings I took off that and I'm going to stick these and try and grow these from rooted cuttings. So what I've got to do is I'm going to go with whatever the bottoms were. First thing I'm going to do here is below where the node is, I'm going to make a cut just below that node. Then I'm going to strip these leaves back to about this tall. And then I'm going to cut right above that. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut some of these leaves back. One, so they'll fit into my containers. And then two, just because they don't need all those extra leaves. So I've got an 18 cell tray over here. So I'm going to take that and just make 18 cuttings out of this. So there's 2 cuttings. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go through here and I'm going to get 18 good cuttings out of this and then we'll stick them. So I'll go ahead and fast forward through this. Okay, so now I have 20 cuttings. So I got 18 cells, so I got plenty of cuttings. So all I'm going to do at this point is I'm just going to take these things, and they're already a little wet, because I don't know whether y'all figured this out or not. It started raining on me. So as little as these are, I'm not going to worry about putting a dibble in them. I'm just going to go straight in. So I'm just going to dip them in my rooting hormone, take them, stick them in there, press them down just a little bit just to make sure they're firm. I just want to make sure they got good contact with the stems. That way when the roots start growing out, they're growing into soil, not into air. So if this all works, I counted those other ones up. I've got 17 left of those other ones. If this works, I'll end up with 35 decent plants just out of those few seedlings that I took last fall. And they really, honestly, they would have been better. I kind of neglected them over the winter, but they survived anyway. So these things are, so far, working out really good. I'm really super happy with the way these things have been growing. And honestly, those ones that I did in the other video that I pruned these cuttings off of, I think those will be ready to sell as at least as 1 gallon, maybe 2 or 3 gallon plants by spring. They are, you have to excuse me too, my dog doesn't like the rain, so he's inside. I put him inside and then he barks to come back outside. And if I let him back outside, he'll bark to go back inside because he doesn't like the rain. He loves being outside. He doesn't like being in the house, but he doesn't really like the thunder either, so I don't blame him. So I'm just kind of, and I got kind of a combination. Some of these had hardened off a little bit more than others. Some are still pretty soft. So there's kind of a combination of them in here. So we'll just see. Hopefully they'll all do well, but some may do better than others. Okay, so now all I got to do is water these in. And then if you've watched some of my other videos, my propagation videos in soil, I'm putting these domes over them. Let me go ahead and put that on there real quick just to show you what it looks like. Put these domes over these, and that gives me humidity, keeps humidity inside. And then I store these underneath my plant benches, which gives them basically, I watched the other day, they get maybe 30 minutes to an hour worth of sun directly on them every day. Doesn't seem to be bothering them any, so these things are working great so far. Everything I put in them so far is surviving, so I think they're gonna work. Anyway, so there it is. There's 18 more off of the cuttings that I took of the ones that I propagated last fall. So I will come back in about a month and I'll do a combination video showing how these do, and then how the ones that I did in the other video, and there will be a link up here for that video. We'll do a combination video between these and the ones that I pruned back to see how they do after the pruning. And so look back in about a month, maybe 6 weeks at the most, for these have a chance to do some rooting. I appreciate you watching. Please like, please subscribe, please share my videos. Thank you.